So the last workout's been released, and surprise, surprise, it's thrusters, and they are paired with double unders. So we've got 10 rounds of this, okay? So although the reps aren't hugely high, the volume is gained from the amount of rounds we got, so 10 of it. So the main thing we're going to start looking at are the ankles and the calves. The amount of double unders will start to gas out the calf muscle. So we're going to look at releasing through under the foot and into the lower leg. And then of course the hips and the shoulders for those thrusters. Okay, a lot of people that I treat tend to get really pinchy shoulders, which often gets highlighted with that pressing motion of a thruster. So I'll show you a good release for that one. So if we start with a lacrosse ball, you're going to just put it on the floor underneath your foot. And you can stand up for this, or you can stay kneeling. Okay, it doesn't matter which, obviously I'm cutting my head out of the video, so I'm going to stay kneeling for the sake of this. You're going to roll nice and hard, not too fast, just underneath the sole of the foot. Okay, you're going to spend some time up the instep, so the arch here, and then also underneath the toe joints. So left to right under those toe joints. You can exaggerate that stretch coming through the plantar fascia and up into the Achilles by keeping the ball under the front center of the foot and then driving that knee over the toe. This is easier done in kneeling than it is in standing. So you can see that acute angle I'm creating with the ankle. It's really important for squats. Okay. We can then take that ball under the calf muscle, so starting at the Achilles, and you can move pretty much in any manner you want. I like to move laterally, so side to side, especially across the Achilles. You might need to keep your hand in there just to stop the ball rolling out. Okay, and you can do some trigger point work, so if there is a tender area, you can specifically focus on just resting into that. Focus a lot of the energy going up this side, so the peroneal is just up the side of the calf here, so you can turn the leg slightly outwards and roll the length of that muscle there. Quite tender at the top of the fibula, so that bony bit. You can do a little bit of gentle pressure through that, over pressure with the hand if you want to. Okay, we take that around into the outside of the shin. We drop the knee to the floor. So if I show you from the side, I will then floss, so I'll dorsiflex and point to my toe. Okay, so if I show you this side, the ball is going to be under the shin, the outside front, and then I'm going to be moving my foot, actively releasing that muscle. As I work further down, I'm just going to add more weight by sitting back on the ball. Okay, so that's releasing the tib anterior, so this muscle here which gets really tight from this motion, so box jumps and skipping for example. From there then we're going to work up into those hips. Simple stretch. We keep the ankle flexion nice and small, so we drive the knee forwards. And then we just drive that knee out and we're going to just gently rock and push. Okay, so we're really creating a nice open space through that hip. You want to feel it here. At the same time, you're working on the rear hip flexors. So to exaggerate that, give your butt cheek a little squeeze. So you're going to feel that stretch at the front. Try and spend around a minute in this area here. Just give your hip some time to open out. Make sure this front foot remains nice and flat and full contact, so we're not going to drop out onto the side of the ankle. From there then, my favourite tip of all, the most uncomfortable one unfortunately, releasing through the shoulders to try and prevent that pinchy feeling overhead and also improve that shoulder flexion, so that nice straight line. If you lie sideways with the arm directly out, so 90 degrees from your body, lift up and you're going to wedge that ball in just under the body on the side of your shoulder blade. Okay, straight away you should find an area that's pretty uncomfortable, and you're going to spend some time working from the back of the deltoid onto the body, down the side of that shoulder blade. Okay, so we're releasing through that rotator cuff area, the deltoid and the lats. Okay, so I'm moving around a little bit here, but you might want to stay still. To exaggerate, I should say, the discomfort, and also to work into different areas of the muscle, I want you to bring the hand up, and then you're just going to wave. Okay, notice I'm not cheating by letting my wrist extend and flex to try and touch the floor. So keep your wrist nice and straight, and you're going to try and rotate through internal rotation, which you can apply gentle overpressure to, and then external rotation, again where you can apply overpressure to. In an ideal world, your hand would be able to touch in both directions, okay? So you can see I'm a little bit off, but I can apply that pressure to achieve it. Some of you might find that you're stuck through this range. It just simply means you need a little bit more work through that shoulder. Okay, so that's the shoulder motion that we're after. Moving the ball, again, all these sort of things, all these fascial release techniques, you want to be spending a minimum of 2 minutes on to get real benefit from it. So we've looked at the foot, we've come up into the shin and the calf for those double unders, we've gone into the hips for the thrusters, and then finally those shoulders. Good luck with this one.